How come girls, when they take steroids, their clits get all huge?
That's a virilization effect. It's the masculine features that occur. So
is it turning into a penis?
No, it's not turning into a penis.
Oh.
Everybody, welcome back to another spicy episode of the Hot Seat today, featuring Mr. Jared Feathers. Everybody,
he's a bodybuilder.
Can we get a front double bicep?
Bodybuilder! Damn, man, look at like.
God damn! What the?
Holy shit! It's like
the whitest person you've ever had on this fucking channel.
Yeah, for sure.
This chair is gonna break.
It really feels like it's going to.
God damn! What the fuck?
his goal is to be a throbbing boner.
That'd be great if it finally broke.
No, it's not gonna break. They're real swords.
This vein right here is like the size of my whole boner.
That's impressive.
When did you start?
That's way bigger than mine.
That's a big vein. When did you start getting into fitness?
Oh god.
Wait.
I was. Boy, you're about to get into some real deep shit, right?
Oh wait. We gotta do Bart's cold question.
Wait, this is a hot seat. That's just like a bio question.
That's a good starter.
We just talked about the whole like let's make this segment different than a regular fucking get to know you segment.
I don't know if Joe was listening the whole time.
No, but I think it's a good beginning if this is the first video that someone clicks.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We introduce him as a bodybuilder.
This can get hot.
Back to the tradition of the hot seat. We're supposed to start with the colder.
Yeah, let's do it with Bart.
Then we'll circle back to
All right.
Unless that's the coldest one we're gonna have today.
No,
That
Bart,
was pretty cold.
All right, Bart, feel free.
Okay.
Oh boy.
If you had to recolor a bumblebee, what other colors would you choose?
The brightest ones possible, so I'm not getting fucking stung.
Like neon green?
Absolutely. Well, that'd probably blend in with the sky a little too much. Like red as fuck, right? Like
Red and what? Because it's two colors.
Red.
Because black and yellow. So it's like
what doesn't go with red at all?
green? Like Christmas.
Perfect.
Christmas.
But green is like they're in nature. There's green things in nature.
Oh.
You don't want it to be halfway blending. You want it to be like red and maybe purple or something. Red and pink.
Oh yeah.
So
That blends too much, red and pink.
Hey, as long as if I saw a giant ass red thing though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you make a cotton candy.
All right, when did you first start at bodybuilding? I promise you it's gonna get hot. When did you first start?
Sure, all right.
When did you? What is it gonna?
Fitness first into fitness.
Yeah.
So I kind of played sports as a kid, and then my first time in the gym I was 16, maybe 17, my junior year of high school. It'll get hot. I basically went to the gym because my mom had just had surgery on a tumor that was growing near her brain. She has a false tympanic membrane, part of your ear. And I just didn't want to see her die, basically. So she was at home. Basically, it looked like she was going to die. And we were all just kind of like, well, I don't want to be
So you're just trying to like escape the situation.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get swole to save her.
pick her up and just, you're not going to die, Mom.
Just to shake her hard.
How are we gonna save her life?
She's already having seizures, but I'm like shaking her more. Like, wake the fuck up. God damn it, Mom.
You gotta go to bed.
Yeah, no, so I just like, we all thought she was going to die for quite some time. And I was like, I don't want to be around that shit.
So gym was your escape space.
Yeah, I would literally, this is not a joke, I would train for 11 hours a day.
What the?
Dumbest shit. It was,
11 hours.
So would you bench press that whole time? Or?
yeah, like everything, like full body. I would basically go to the gym in the morning before school for like an hour and a half. Then during lunch, I would go as well instead of eating. And then I would come back and eat all my friends' like leftovers foods because we didn't have food at home. We were poor as fuck.
This is high school?
And then I would train in my weights class. And then I somehow managed to become a TA for a weights class too, which was back to back.
Oh shit.
And we had that block scheduling, so like red and black days, those were our school colors. So they were, what does that make the classes? Like 2 hours instead of the traditional 30 minutes or something. So both those times I would train. And then after football practice, or if we weren't in football season, I would just go to the gym for 3 more hours after school.
The school gym?
Yeah.
Oh.
Holy.
And then so that's when you got into like, you just addicted.
I just basically fell in love with it, and I like fell out of love with sports. Like I got recruited to schools for football and shit, and I loved it, but I fell out of love with like the sports, and way more with like, ooh, training is fun, and helping other people train is fun.
Okay, let's turn up a little bit.
Turn it up, baby.
When was the first time you ever took steroids? What made you do it, and what was going through your mind?
I like that. That's how we keep it hot. Skip 10 years in the future.
Wait, did
That's what
this
he
happen
said.
before he jerked off into a tin can, or was this? Yeah.
If there was a jerk off into a tin can store, I'm gonna ask that question later.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
Yeah, and what
the
was
theme of the
going through your
episode.
mind at the time? Were you like scared, hesitant?
Absolutely. Yeah, I passed out. I learned about anabolic steroids for 2 years prior to actually taking them. I actually learned from one of my colleagues who does the NDA stuff. 1 hour consultation every single week for a year and a half.
So you did it like with a person that was
Very, very knowledgeable.
oh okay.
Actually, like
It wasn't a guy in a gym like, "Psst, you want to get buffer, bro?" He's like, "Check this out."
so like if you guys,
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys are actually interested in this shit, like Team Evil GSP, Broderick Chavez, he's one of the smartest guys in the world about this stuff, and then Joe Jeffrey also, Physique Collective. But I basically, the guy I consulted with, Broderick, when it was finally time to like do it, it was after my last natural bodybuilding competitive season. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go win a natural pro show. Maybe I'll do the natural world championships and try to become the natural world champ. I didn't get that far. I was like, fuck it, it's time. I had been 10 years natural. So I was on a Skype call with him, my mentor, and my girlfriend at the time who was a nurse, which thankfully she was a nurse. I was laying on the bed and we were Skyping, those two, and they were explaining like what we should do, how to go about the process. And she does it. She's a nurse, so it was fine. She puts it, but I felt it and I passed out immediately. I have the video and everything.
Is it because it's the first time you ever got a needle in you, or?
I mean, not in me, but like that shit hurt. It's oil based. It's oil based.
Oh.
Yeah, it flared up for like a week, and it continued to.
Oil based.
Did you get the shot in your ass?
That's where I did it first.
Why the butt and not here?
Well, my ass is gigantic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So wouldn't it take longer
Longer for what?
for it to hit? Cause you got a big old butt.
I get your thinking, but no, it's intramuscular, so it gets into the system when it gets into the system.
So it can hit any muscle?
So if you shoot it subcutaneous, which is into the skin, like that releases into your bloodstream slower. But once you're in the muscle, you're in the muscle, and it.
Yeah, why don't you hit another muscle? Why does it have to be the butt muscle?
Yeah, why don't you hit the vein like when we go to the doctor?
You don't want to do that. You don't want to put it in the vein. It'll go straight to the lungs, and you can even probably die.
Shit.
See, I don't know, no medicine.
Yeah.
Good thing you do those consultations.
Intravenous is for other stuff. But I did the glutes first because I was thinking, okay, big muscle. Like if there is some flaring up, it'll be a little more distributed.
When you say flaring up, is like inflamed or?
Yeah, like get super red.
Oh, wow.
What's called PIP, post-injection pain. I had a fuckload of it. I still get it even now. Like,
Is it just one butt cheek gets really inflated, like you got a bee sting?
It can, yeah. Wow. Especially if you do it improperly. Like you see like drug addicts and shit, how they reuse the same needles and all that crap. And you look at them on like homeless people on the street, and you're like, God damn, what's wrong with that person's neck? It's like, well, that's what's wrong with it. They're using dirty ass needles. So there's a whole process behind all this shit. That's why like when we were like, I just want to get on steroids. It's not like that. It isn't like that at all. You don't just get on them. If you want to take like pop Anavar like that fucking fighter did, sure, whatever, you can pop some Anavar. But getting on steroids is not just getting on steroids. There are costs you have to take into consideration that you're not taking into consideration as far as health goes, as far as like hospital bills.
How much do you have to pay monthly for steroids?
That really just depends. Like they're honestly.
What's the range?
They're cheaper than supplements.
Really?
Oh.
Damn, more than ashwagandha. Oh, ashwagandha's pretty expensive.
That stuff is expensive.
How long have you been on steroids?
This will be 3 years, 4 years.
Let's ask the serious questions. What did it do to your penis?
Dick, nothing. Balls, like I said earlier, it's like a Brazilian butt lift for your testicles, which is good for middle-aged white men.
Why?
We sag.
Oh, you guys sag? That's your style?
Yeah.
That's your style?
And my shit really sags. So when I got that tuck, the nut tuck, it was great.
What about your dick? Does it make your dick bigger?
It actually can increase blood flow to every area.
Wow.
There's hope.
So I went from like a solid 2.5 to like 2.75.
Wow.
Percentage-wise, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Mad ratio.
How come girls, when they take steroids, their clits get all huge?
That's a virilization effect. It's the masculine features that occur. So
Is it turning into a penis?
No, it's not turning into a penis.
Oh.
Sexual organs just get more blood flow to them, and it can grow the clitoris.
I wonder if they come harder.
Oh, they do.
Oh. Wait, so
I mean, think about it. If your dick was like extra stimulated, come on.
when you say your ball sacks disappear, does that mean the skin gets tighter or your balls actually get smaller?
Your
and
balls
tucked
get
in?
smaller and they tuck up, and that pulls the skin up. And whenever skin is not like elastic for a long time, then that also kind of shrinks the skin around.
So it's like a neutered dog?
I mean, I wouldn't say exactly like that, but it's close.
Your dog, they're just gone.
They're surgically cut off.
It's like they got a raisin on their right there.
What's the worst side effect you've ever had associated with steroids?
Last year I got an abscess, and I had to pull out of my show. I got an abscess during peak week.
What's abscess?
You can get them just from like ingrown hairs and shit. It's
Like
just
a body pimple, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Why
can get infected. And
they go, you can't be going on the show with that thing.
Well, not only that, but it causes like a systemic response where you're just like a watery fucking mess, and you're trying to go on stage looking shredded and looking all big and lean and all that. But I would not have gotten on stage with that. Like people that get on stage with lumps are idiots. I don't know why you would do that. I've seen it so many times.
You get points marked off?
Oh fuck yeah! Yeah, somebody lost the Olympia because of that one time.
What about people that like I don't know which steroid they're taking, but they get like either crazy night sweats, nightmares, maybe even the most insane panic attacks. Have you ever experienced any of that stuff?
Night sweats sometimes. Usually that's something like a 19 or like the trend that I was talking about. Mental aspect of pharmacology, I can feel it. The best way I can describe when you're on a bunch of anabolics is there's like a burden. Like you're constantly a little more anxious than you normally would be, but you're still, like I said, if you're level-headed and you've introspected enough and you like have done any form of meditation or you understand the way the world fucking works, you're not going to turn into this crazy fucking monster that's like out to get everybody and have panic attacks and shit like that. So I've hardly experienced that. I don't have like high anxiety. I don't have depression or anything like that. But if you do, things like 19 Nor's especially are something you might want to stay clear of. I know people who have had really severe kind of like mood swings because of this stuff.
Do more guys hit on you or girls?
That was my next question.
I'm going to say this straight up. The fucking old adage and joke about not getting pussy because you're jacked is the stupidest shit ever. I've only gotten pussy because I'm jacked. Like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Legit.
So like people just slide into the DMs or something, or like, or in real life, or how does it?
Both. Yeah.
If you could like generalize the type of woman who hits on a bodybuilder who
Muscle
wants
mommies? No, I'm just
Muscle mommies.
Is it other bodybuilder women?
that happens a lot, yeah. I don't know, I think if you just like aren't an idiot and know how to talk to people, it's not that hard to. The same women that would hit on anybody, but any woman that says they don't like muscles is full of shit, and they all do. I've specifically tried to like pick up chicks who are like, that's gross.
Yeah.
It always works. It's just like
It's because they like the heart, and you got a big one because of steroids.
2.75.
What's the worst side effect you've experienced with steroids then?
Just the abscess.
Just the abscess?
Just the abscess, I think, yeah.
And smooth balls.
Getting that cut out sucked.
Was it massive?
It was huge. I have pics.
You had to get cut out?
Yeah, it was an abscess bad enough to where like they had to go in and like remove oil.
Like
out of my
like drain it.
Yeah.
They're gonna squeeze it out. Huh?
I've had a
like
drainage
a week
for
and
an
a half.
abscess
Yeah, like
before.
you can get it from just like fucking your own hairs. You know
Did they
what I
have to stick in the fucking little rubber drain thing too, and then pull it out a week later? I've had
How big was it?
terrible.
My entire right ass cheek was like 2 times the size of normal, and my ass is already huge, so that's
Oh my god.
it was crazy. I can show you pictures after this.
Okay.
If you had a kid and they wanted to jump on steroids later on, would you recommend against it or would you support it?
Man, these are hard questions for me to answer because I'm a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
I'm like really big into the technological singularity.
What the hell does that mean?
Exactly.
Like the moment of singularity?
just like
Like
everything
with
that
AI
is
and shit?
coming and everything that's going to come.
So you're a part of the cyborg crew. Like you believe in like enhancing as hard as you can.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But no, I think Western medicine is going to take care of a lot of these problems. There's already drugs in clinical trials that are like shown to increase muscle mass, decrease fat mass that aren't anabolic steroids that are like coming right now. Like Ozempic is a fat loss agent.
Can I buy these things?
Yes, yeah.
How about hydroxycut? Remember that?
Absolutely.
That works.
Yeah.
That was the
It was
first.
such bullshit. Caffeine. I would clearly tell them no because I know there's better shit coming that won't affect your health so much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we might have like a super organ in the future that just talks to all your other organs. That's like, hey, you're sick here, even if you don't know. You know, shit like that.
Like we'll just grow a new organ.
Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy shit that's coming, man. Like nanotech. And But yeah, those types of questions are hard for me to answer. I'm just a fucking nerd.
Earlier you mentioned you don't want kids or
Yeah, so like my entire family's like white trash genetics. Like I have 15 siblings.
Oh, it's a genetic thing.
15 siblings?
Yeah, and actually I have more if you want to count like adopted and stuff. But
They
a lot
chose
of-
to adopt as well?
my mom currently does.
Damn.
she's a kid
It's
collector.
adoption like this. Like my sister's on meth. She has 6 kids, let's say, and then she goes to prison, right? And then now my mom is like, well, I don't want them to go to the state. I'm like, that's the best thing for them. Like, go make them go to state. My cousin had like her dad owned a meth lab. She was on meth, and then she went to prison. She adopted her 2 kids. One of them's autistic because she did drugs while she was pregnant with him. Like a fucking idiot. That's my family heritage. So I'm just like, being that I'm so into biology and stuff like that, I know these things. So I'll give it 10 more years and I'll just have a fucking petri dish kid if I want to have a kid. You know, like make that thing in the fucking lab and let's cut out the bad stuff.
So you're like predisposed to addiction and meth. Let's cut that out.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to put that burden on like whoever I decide to share my life with.
But you don't think because you're so smart that you're the one breaking the cycle?
Genetically, it wouldn't matter.
Like they're still predisposed to addiction.
Yeah,
They're so predisposed to white trash meth.
Bingo.
They're predisposed to loving Walmart and smoking meth.
So much shit like alcoholics and poor decision making and just all kinds of stuff in my family that I'm just like, let's just not put that on anybody else.
Being such a science dude, what do you think about epigenetics?
I think it's pretty fucking dope.
Okay, because then going back to if everything is predisposed, but if epigenetics you can change it by environmental and behavioral things, is that even possible?
It's like 80-20.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is very well studied. It's like most of the so that's why twin studies are fucking sweet. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is true, but I did hear that Bruce Buffer and then
Michael Buffer,
they're brothers, right? And they didn't know.
They didn't know.
And they got into announcing. They were hard workers.
Oh, they didn't know each other.
They didn't know they were brothers.
They both does the.
They went like this. That's why those genetic studies are so crazy. It's been in their system.
Wow.
It's been predestined.
They both were like, ladies and gentlemen.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Let's get ready to rumble. Like, was that them both? You think they did it independently?
Independently.
Let's get ready to rumble?
No, they have different catchphrases, but their occupation.
They said the same thing.
One says, let's get ready to rumble. One says, what's the other one say?
It's time.
It's time, yeah. They say different things. But this is how strong genetics are. They didn't know they were brothers, and they independently arrived pretty much at the same place.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is the
genetics.
17-minute and 7-second portion of the video where we start to turn up the heat and stuff. What
15 minutes, 7 seconds.
is your...
Real thing?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What is your porn preference?
Porn prep? Legitimately, I am only into Latinas and Asians.
Wow.
Yeah, I do not date white
What
women.
is
A mariachi samurai.
the term that Mike tells me? Mike tells me
Jerry's.
Jerry's.
What's a Jerry?
All right, so
Wait, didn't you say you only dated black girls in high school?
But I was from a white trash town. We didn't have fucking Latinas. My first Latina
so
that
this
I
is your new
saw was in
love.
college, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
How do I talk to that?
because
And then she was my girlfriend.
so Mike and him, they work in the same company, and then I was shooting a video with Mike.
Silent Mike?
No, Mike Israel.
Oh.
He's our head sports scientist at RP.
has-
He does what I do, except better.
And he was his former student in college, so he has a PhD. We're shooting a video at Barbell, and Mike was like, "Oh man, there's just so many Jerrys in here," and I was like, "What's a Jerry? Is that a derogatory term?" He goes, "No." He's like, "It's Southeast Asians, and Jared would love them." Shit. Okay.
Yeah, it has to be the Southeast Asians. I should be more specific. They got to be brown. Like when I go to places and like Asians are trying to like white their skin and stuff, I'm like, where are your field workers? Like, fucking face.
That's the Filipinos right there.
That's
dude.
what I'm. No, seriously, Filipinos top of the
Jerry's.
top of the list.
Why is the term Jerry?
Because they call me Jerry instead of Jared. Because if you're Latina and you say Jared, it's Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
Jerry's. Yeah, because they kept saying Jerry's the whole time. I was like, what is this Jerry thing?
I can introduce you to a lot of Jerry's.
Yo, yeah, tell myself what's up.
Tell myself what's up.
I know the demographic of these. That's why I'm on here. This wasn't for you, Bart. This was for me, dog.
Hey, Jerry's.
Clean up, bro.
We do have a lot of Latinas and Asian girls watching.
I know. Oh man.
What's the percentage of the people that DM you, the Jerrys that DM you for and then you're like, I'm gonna respond.
The follow through, yeah.
It all goes that way, right?
It's all part of the marketing funnel.
So you got a 100% chance.
To me,
This man, dude. This guy crushes, bro. Are you kidding me?
If you got a fantasy of being with somebody that's got muscles bigger than Bart,
He'll fly you out, dude.
he'll fly you out.
to me, it's like, oh, here's my technique and my squat. Like, what can I do better? I'm like, she's trying to hit it, clearly.
Because then she sends you a video of her squatting and it's nothing but ass.
Clearly.
Send Jared your technique videos.
That's interesting. I didn't know that was like a way in. That's cool.
It's a way in.
Wow.
Can you give me some help?
There's an algorithmic method to all this too. Like if I'm at the gym and I see like a chick who's checking me out, I will tag myself in the gym. I'll tag myself.
So then she could hit you up later?
It happens all the time, yeah.
Because you know she's searching.
Oh,
Yeah, she's looking.
Damn, new age dating. I don't know these techniques.
Tag yourself in the gym. That's crazy. Wow, that's a cool thing.
Makes a lot of sense.
He makes himself available.
We gotta start working out more, you guys. We gotta hop on this RP.
We're all
We
related.
gotta hop on the RP
I'm
program.
gonna tag myself in every Planet Fitness today.
You're just gonna get nothing but truck drivers in your DM.
They're gonna think I'm the Jerry.